Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Dual Destinies. And tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer? I got out of that costume right quick. Would just cause trouble at that point. And where is that costume now? Heck, if I know, and if it ain't my fault if you never find it. The police searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in the manor. What if it was tossed outside the manor? Ah! No way! But maybe, just maybe. Defense needs to hit up on the idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice. Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume here? Huh? The window.
Take that!
Right? Did you toss it out the window? Because that would certainly explain why I didn't turn up inside the manor. You think I tossed it out the window? That costume cost me a pretty penny. Okay, so like, maybe it was. I was just thinking because the window was the part that was open that I know had a blind spot as well. Or I do some... Wait a second. I can think of a few reasons. Any bright ideas, Apollo? Well, assuming the cost really was tossed out from the window, the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might have just said the thing that proves what happened to the costume. Phineas Filch, I have just the evidence for you. You do? This evidence proves you got rid of your Tabitara costume through the window. What I was thinking was, and this is so silly, if it's a cliffside, if this is what they... if this explains this, like they saw the costume flying through the sky, was him throwing out the window? I think that's it. Oh, that's Tabitara flying through the sky? And just how does that prove Mr. Filch threw his costume out the window? It's quite simple. That's not a Tabitara in the photo. It's the costume Mr. Filch threw out. That's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are you? There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor is pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Tabitara really was a flight of fancy. What? Yikes! Oh my, so there really was never was a yokai. Oh, I can't keep any of them catch baked. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume? This more than proves the defense's position. Jinxie Temma had nothing to do with the staging of the yokai sighting. Care to raise any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? None whatsoever. I'll deal with that Trixie Tanuki after I've dealt with this case. We did it. So we have a clear line. For the first time in this trial, we have something clear that we can work on. Good going. Now all we have to do is make Florent LaBelle take the stand.
Objection!
Oh god, he's not letting it pass. Of course he's not. Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not? Huh? Not this has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber? Probably the same way he got in. Through the chamber's air vent. And what are the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime? They suggest that the Tanuki exits through the chamber door, not the air vent.
Objection!
But the Forbidden Chamber doesn't open from the inside. So what you're saying makes no sense. Right? Someone on the outside opened the door for you. Isn't that right? That's leading. That is leading like crazy. That's right, Mr. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprung right open.
Hold it!
That's so leading. Sprung right open. Who was on the other side? It was LaBelle, right? It had to be LaBelle. Didn't get a good look on the account of the shining glare. Like how the reflection from my head blinds a fellow moviegoers emerging from the door. Why would you admit this? No, like, it had to be LaBelle if it was someone. That's when I shot your staff and made my daring escape. And then little Mega spotted me as I hot-shot down the hole. I just don't, again, I cannot, like, I really feel like he led him into, like, an easier explanation. This is tough for us, that it's even being allowed. That means the Forbidden Chamber wasn't opened until after the crime was discovered. But wait, We still don't know who opened it. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox chamber.
Objection!
Well, you little Tanuki. When the forbidden chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there? So only there was an old man, he was dead as a doornail. If the accused wasn't there, what do you suppose he was up to? I don't like where this is going. Oh, don't tell me. Plainly, the only one who could open the forbidden chamber was the accused Damien Tenma. Ah!
Hold it!
There had to be somebody else besides Mayor Tenma there. Really? And who might that be? Oh well, that would be...
Objection!
It seems our feisty little lass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence. Dude, you led... Okay, I'm not even gonna say it. You guys know what I'm saying. Like, he has no... Like, he led... Filch into an answer there. I don't forget. I was just testing your attention to details. Good job, Athena. Good job. Miss Sykes, can you prove your point without some proof? You can't prove your point without some proof of some sort. It's a proven fact. Unless you're the prosecutor, you have to have evidence. Sorry. Guess I put my foot in my mouth again. No, it's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is always good. We can at least get something there. Yeah, you're definitely onto something here. We are? Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the forbidden chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. He no longer has LaBelle's alibi. Defense might to call a new witness to the stand. Someone in Mr. Filch was stuck in the forbidden chamber. And by virtue of knowing this, he has an alibi that no longer adds up. Sorry, no, it wasn't LaBelle who had him as an alibi, right? It was... Because no, he said... It was the wrestling. Right, okay, again, sorry guys, like, I feel like my memory's not been as great this trial. I feel like I'm forgetting so much. Because remember they were having a conversation about the wrestling match or where he was at that time, but I don't think LaBelle was actually his alibi. The wrestling itself was the alibi, I guess. Very well, the cold out here, Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer adds up? Wait. Maybe it's not, they're not saying Filch's okay, so... Wait, did I remember that right? Because then we could say, yeah, because he's with Filch at the time of the murder. Yes, okay, I was right about that. I completely forgot about that, yeah. So it's LaBelle's alibi doesn't have, not Filch's.
Take that!
Why, that's the defendant's aide, Florent LaBelle. Didn't he claim to be in the foyer at the time of the crime? True, but in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer too. However, as we all know, Mr. Filch was not there with Mr. LaBelle at the time. In short, Mr. LaBelle's alibi has disappeared. Florent LaBelle's alibi was one big lie. Isn't that right, Mr. Filch? I reckon there ain't no keeping that in cat in the bag there, neither. It was all Mr. LaBelle's idea. He told me he'd button his lip about me breaking into the food chamber. And return, he said we vouched for each other's alibi. Oh, dude, you just thank you so much. Thank you so much, Filch. Thank you. Shame on you, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a serious crime, you know. Oh, shucks. Mercy, your Honourship, mercy. I also asserted the person who opened the forbidden chamber for Mr. Filch was none other than the Florent LaBelle. After all, his alibi has just been proven to be a complete fabrication. I see. We will take a 20-minute recess, after which time we will see what Mr. LaBelle has to say for himself. Yes. We're finally going to drag that slippery snake into the sand. That's what we need. But again, he's going to be a slippery snake. In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these new allegations. My heart is racing just knowing what's going to be happening here. Because again, he is like going to be like slippery. I think that the combination of him and Simon is going to be deadly. April 19, 10:25 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. We did it, Apollo. We finally dragged Mr. Bell into the court. That's we have to, yeah, she's right. We have to look at this as like we have some achievement here. Yeah. Hey, why the long face? I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell's bound to mount a counterattack. 100%, you're right. You really are a worrywart, aren't you? It'll be fine. That mystery figure who opened the forbidden chamber for Mr. Filch? Had to be in Florence LaBelle, yeah. Yeah, and like, if not that, we know we can like place LaBelle in a few other places. We know he's been going around as well, like also like trying to feed information to people. I know. But that's not what's bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it though. Anyway, the next big showdown with Mr. LaBelle is up next, so chin up, Apollo. That was a very short recess. But I guess we're just getting a new witness in there, I suppose. April 19th, 11 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 4. It's nice to have like a recess don't talk to a theater, because then we actually have like something for us there, you know? Like it's like a nice little break. He's green hair now. Court is back in session. Our next witness is... Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in a very important matter. It seems the witness is predisposed at the moment. I think he's going to be a problem. He's going to be such a problem. Should you jest? I will hold you to your promise, remember that. The mayor is gone. Oh, my deepest apologies. This is Florence LaBelle, personal aide to Mayor Temmer, or should I say, the accused. The mayor is literally in shackles. He's literally possessed in shackles. And you're saying you're still doing work for him? I guess that makes sense, though, if he's indisposed. It does make sense. Well, what business do you have with me? I'm a very busy man, so let's make this as brief as possible. First of all, your alibi is now gone. Your boldness. All right. Mr. Phil's testimony has revealed a hole in your alibi. And for this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand. Do you think I'd be associated with this entirely lurid affair? Well, I'm not. So may I go now? I have a very important matters to attend to.
Objection!
Jesus Christ. Already being like, I'll go. See you later. I don't think so, Mr. LaBelle. Do you realize what a serious crime you've committed? Witness, you're being accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air. Exactly. Exactly. And it's going to lead to a lot worse things for you. Fine. The truth is I faked my alibi for a very good reason. The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. Okay. You are then suspect number 1. You were the only person who was admitted to faking stuff on the crime and faking an alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry, it's not your job. It's not your job. You think this is funny? Without your alibi, you're a suspect too. Exactly. What were you really doing at the crime? Peasant. How dare you accuse me, one of them beautiful people, of being... Stop stalling and tell the court what you were really doing at the time of the crime.
Silence.
The silence, man. The silence. Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past. Swords? What swords? This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Begone, ye cowardly heart. The battlefield has no place for ye. Again? Oh my. Spare me, please! Oh, Judge. Look at the stance here of LaBelle. So much for sturdier shackles. Those chains hindered my vow that heads would roll to this day. This gives keeping your head on in court a whole new meaning. Will the witness please deliver the accused to death knell? You know what I speak of. Oh my god, he has more evidence. Haha, most certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in him. Whatever he has to say can't be good. As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox's chamber when I heard little Jinxie scream. No, you stop pretending you care. What? Then, drumroll please. I saw Mayor Temba opening the forbidden chamber doors. But... There you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door, as witnessed by one Phineas Filch? It was the accused. There was never any third party. No, but we know for a fact it was him. It was him who took the even charm off the door, man. But we have to prove it. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling there at the scene of the crime. Startling sounds bad. The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this. Forgive me, Jinxie, I killed the alderman. That lines up with what Jinxie said. But again, I think it's a different meaning. That's what I think is happening here. That's right, the mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there. Oh, we got the double sweat. He confessed. I don't think it's like, again, I think it's like delirious out of context, I think is what we're gonna get to here. This is tough. This is super tough. Order the court. This is quite conclusive testimony if it stands. But again, it's like, oh, he's gonna have to get Jinxie's testimony too. I'm so scared. Just so, and quite astonishing, I might add. They only learned of this fact during the recess. I learned of it before, but I'm not gonna say it. Don't say it. Haha. I just love surprises, don't you? Yeah, you're a big surprise. That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you. No way. I don't believe Mr. Bell had heard the mayor confess. But is this really true? Did Mayor Temma really confess? It is indeed. During the last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. It would seem the Mayor Temma actually did confess. You talked, Jinxie gave this up? Oh, Jinxie, you honest soul, you. That testimony is quite favorable to the prosecutions. Don't answer your phones, this should not be allowed. Mr. Bell, yes, I called earlier about the party reservations. That's right, and I'll be calling my little shindig Mayor Temma's conviction gala. Splendid, time is guaranteed for all but the mayor and his defense. Well, as it seems our witness is very busy, man, let's get right to his testimony. Mr. Bell, please tell us what you saw when you came up on the scene of the crime. Oh my god. Like, again, look at all this, right? Okay, I love that we can do the history, by the way. Like, he has this. He learned it during the recess, but then, like, again, like he said, like here, he confirmed it with, like Jinxie being so freaking honest is what ruined us here. I was in the hallway hiding in the shadows. That's when I heard the confession. Dear Lord, upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. Wait, immediately after that, the mayor came to and stood up and opened the forbidden chamber. What, just right away? As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from this prison. I shocked and fled into the hallway to my right, to the one with the phone at the end. Wait. But no, if we're believing Jinxie's testimony, after leaving the scene and calling the police, they passed each other at the end of the hall. He made for the foyer carrying a staff-like implement. There was no one else in the hall. Okay, for believing her testimony, we have to believe this part too. Quite unexpected. To think the defendant actually confessed to then and there to his crime. Perhaps the guilt was too much to bear, and he confided in his daughter. You do realize you should have withheld such crucial testimony from the court. Once again, sorry. I feared being accused if I mentioned coming up on the most unpleasant scene. Why did the mayor's confession have to be brought up by this guy? We better do something before the judge declares the mayor guilty. As death row inmate once told me, in years gone by, there was a time to fight, and a time to yield, a time to live, and a time to die. That's very cool. That's very cool, but if we're gonna believe Jinxie's testimony, we gotta believe all of it. He's laying it on real thick now. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This is such a farce now. This guy is a walking farce. Let's go right to that statement. Jinxie gave us something here. Crazy. Is it because you can't skip the... You used to be able to skip forward the dialogue. Is that an option? It's not an option in this one. Very strange. This one here. Yeah. There was no one else in the hallway. There was no one else in the hallway, buddy. There was no one else in the hallway. If we're gonna believe one aspect of Jinxie's testimony, we gotta believe all of it. For on the bell, you're lying about having witnessed these events from the hallway. Haha. What on earth do you mean? Yes, care to fill the rest of us in, Mr. Justice? If Isabella had really fled down into the hall with the phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Miss Tenma. What's this? After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then after making her call, she went back to the main hallway, whereupon she encountered the demon, yokai, or whatever you want to call it. As for me, I call it Phineas Filch in a Tematara costume. Yeah, and again, what we're doing here is like it's this wall that they've built up, and like we're just taking it brick by brick. And again, they keep putting back up with the bricks, but like for every 2 bricks we take down, they're putting back 1, which I think still can work in our favor eventually. It's hard still right now, but like I think we're taking more bricks than they're putting back up, if that makes sense. Now, in this part of the trial, the encounter happened right here where the hallways meet. As for LaBelle, if he had fled here, feigning escape from the yokai imposter, well, yes, the two would have crossed paths. Right, except Mr. Tenma told us there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss Tenma did not see you in the hall because you were never really there. Oh, the light for the flower? My eyes may be... Oh no, he sprayed himself. Not such a fabulous scent now, is it? But Mr. Justice, the witness also stated that he had the mayor confess. If he was lying about hearing the confession of the hall, then where was he when he heard it? Inside the Fox's chamber. Where else? But isn't that within the very crime scene? Exactly. It is, Your Honor, and that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's a third party I've been alleging this whole time. Get him, Apollo. Just I don't want to hear silence. You think I'm the killer? How dare you?
Silence.
There it is. Foolish fop. A true man knows when he is beaten. A shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with the sword of truth. Dear Lord. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. Wait, he's talking to him? You are mistaken. There are no sides here save for my cold, steely edge of judgment. Get him! Get him, Blackwell! Get him! You are all alone upon this battlefield, with naught but your lies and sickly oh my god, stop doing that! Oh my god, that's so bad for you. The perfume should not be spraying on your face or up your nose like this. Whoa, what just happened? Blackwell's really tearing into him. Because I think Blackwell is you know, if I think Blackwell's a manipulator, but here he's showing that okay, if this person is in the wrong and eventually are in the wrong, maybe he will prosecute them? You heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant dandy? Oh my god. For the sole location of which you could have seen and heard the mayor and the Tanuki. The dandies are like the New Orleans guys, aren't they? You know, I do declare. I think that's what they are. I could be wrong. Again, I don't know much about it. Without either one of them noticing, you were right there in the Fox chamber. So it's like, oh my. So that's how it's going to be? Fine. I'll come clean then. Oh, they always do this. All these killers do this when they get caught. Okay, I'll find out, tell the truth then. Oh yeah? Why not before? You admit to being there in the Fox chamber? I do. I did enter the room after the murder. But I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. I feel terrible about lying like that. But it's a verbal cologne I used to protect myself. You better explain yourself, Mr. LaBelle. Yes, of course. I was just about to get to that. This get all the killers do this when they get caught back into a corner. I'll explain myself now. The witness is skating on thin ice. I'll remind you that perjury is a very serious crime. He's done perjury like several times already. Now to hear your testimony again, this time without your perfume of lies. Great line, Judge. Great line. Great line. In the Fox chamber. I did enter the Fox chamber after the murder. Okay, good. But you're still wrong. But I didn't. No, he did enter after the murder. 100% he did actually, because remember in the cutscene he did. But I didn't enter until after Jinxie had heard the confession left. Now we know this is not true. So we'll press this. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. Wait, what? This seemed more preposterous than before. What I saw there up close, it was absolutely horrifying. You see, I was there, but merely watching from behind us. From behind a screen? Why, yes, I believe that you wouldn't be spotted if you were there, but why would you hide? If you did nothing wrong, why would you hide behind a screen? Just so you could see everything without being spotted. But yeah, but like, he's able to manipulate Filch no problem. There'd be no issue. Suffice to say, he was a mere witness to the events rather than the actual third. No. Even you, Blackwell, know this is like the fishiest thing I've ever seen in my life. This guy's as slippery as an eel. Yeah, he is. But like, still, like even I can, like, anyone can see that's like the fishiest thing in the world. Apollo, you think he's telling the truth? Well, he was in the Fox chamber. So that much is true. The fence may cross-examine our slightly voyeuristic witness. In the Fox's chamber. I did enter the Fox chamber after the murder, so it's the second one we wanted to press first, right? We know this is wrong. We know this is wrong for sure. Why did you enter right away? Why didn't you enter right away? I'm not my decider. You entered anyway. You entered anyway. Your shoes? Even now, just thinking about getting blood on my fabulous footwear. It sends chills down my spine. That's why I hesitated.
Objection!
That's terrible. A man was dying, another injured, and you're worried about your shoes?
Silence.
You need to remind you this is a court of law. We're not teaching morality here. Sure, he's actually not wrong. The law isn't always morals. We have school of etiquette and the like for such trivial pursuits. He's a lovely smile, doesn't he? Gah. Now, you listen to me, you deceptive dandy. Get to the point and be quick about it. Yes, well, I was in there in the Fox chamber, but... So, again, we got nothing out of that because, again, he's kind of like... I think, again, it is his style. He's manipulating the court case, so he's kind of protecting him. I heard the mayor groan and I hid behind him. What? Why? Okay, it doesn't make any sense because you can manipulate Filch. It doesn't matter if Filch saw you. Wait a second. Why did you hide yourself? Oh my, so you do understand. I do? By hiding, I was concealing my fabulous beauty, which, for the sake of the universe, is something I should never ever do. That's what you were thinking, right? I'm sensing a black hole of egocentricity forming around the witness stand. We can deliberate this mental process in our time. Get on with the testimony. No. We should be able to ask you. Please. We'll record the murder scene. No. Oh my god. Again, this is what I was saying. Together, they are like a slippery eel and a guy who's manipulating the court. This is horrifying. Yeah, horrifying is the word, actually. What I saw over there up close was absolutely horrifying. So you see, I was there, but merely watching from behind the screen. Wait, so he saw everything. Okay, no, he saw things up close. Could you describe the crime scene in a bit more detail? And what exactly would you like details about? Everything. Absolutely everything. Well, what I have to ask you about is... feathers in the tracks, we know this would happen. The forbidden chamber, the murder weapon. Because we know that there's feathers and tracks there. We know the forbidden chamber was opened at some point. We haven't talked a lot about the actual murder weapon itself. Could you describe the state of the weapons that you had been used at the scene? That had been used at the scene, not you had used. The spear and thrust all the way through Alderman McCubey. And then there was a statue that Alderman used to bludgeon Mayor Tenma. Okay. That incredibly inspiring symbol had fallen to the floor. Oh right, that statue. But why would he find that inspiring? What exactly did you find the statue inspiring? Well, when I saw that statue, I felt as if the merger had been realized. It was like a celebration of union between town and village, an inspiring symbol of goodwill. A broken statue next to a bloody corpse. Real inspiring. Well, Mr. Justice, you consider his statement to be of any importance? Do we think this is important? Do we think this... Okay, bear with me. I'm gonna say very important, and we're gonna, as soon as you say very important, we're gonna talk about this. Right? If you remember, I believe that it to be extremely important. I request to be added to the testimony. If you remember, this statue was wrapped. We know that it was wrapped. That's what we went with at the start of this trial, so we know that the basis is wrapped. We also know that, like, we didn't know there was a top to the statue until we were told it was. Jinxie's the only one who knows what it originally looked like. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, I didn't even have to explain it. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Perfect. A statue falls forward. It was a token of goodwill celebrating the municipal murder. You didn't know that this was a token of goodwill.
Objection.
You couldn't have known. Your lies have finally betrayed you, Mr. LaBelle. What possibly could you mean? You said the statue was like a celebration of a union between town and village. Isn't that correct? It is indeed, but what of it? The two yokai joining hands in goodwill, that's not why it makes it a goodwill statue. As if they're celebrating the municipal merger. It's the top that broke off. Something the matter? So how did you really know that the statue was meant to be a symbol of goodwill again? What? Justice Owner, explain yourself, and make it quick. The statue is meant to symbolize goodwill in its original form. But that was a secret, yeah, exactly. A secret? Whatever do you mean? What I mean is that it broke when someone used to strike Mertem on the head. What's left clearly makes it look like the two yokai are battling now. Yeah, it looks like a fight. Ooh. That statue's secret and its true form were lost inside that locked room. Exactly. Thank you so much, Jinxie. For Miss Tenma is the only living soul who should have known what it once looked like. So, Mr. Bell, where could you possibly see the statue in its original form? Exactly. What do you mean, where? The only possible answer is this. You saw the statue in its original form. Right in the room where the alderman was murdered before it was broken. Exactly. There's no way. There's no way. Awesome. I love the music. I love it. I love it. Mr. Justice, are you accusing the witness with some sort of crime? I am. Very much so, Your Honor. Your Honor, the vibes are getting better. Yes, I am. Florence LaBelle, I accuse you of the murder of Alderman Rex Cuby. Spraying yourself again ain't gonna help, but man, how are you not, like, how are you such good skin when you're like, well, I guess it is like rather pale. He's probably using a lot of like makeup, which is nothing wrong with that, but like it's covering up probably like any like skin blemishes he gets from spraying himself a freaking cologne in the face constantly. Mr. LaBelle, you've been accused of murder. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Stop! Okay, you know what? Do that yourself. Go on, do that yourself. How could you possibly accuse me? The embodiment of beauty. It's not about beauty. We've had some of the most handsome people up on this stand before, and they're still criminals. I've had to put away some of the most handsome people in the world. Man on guard, still I believe is innocent. Way to go, Paul. This is the conclusive evidence we needed. Magnifico. We've got you now. Well, you know you killed the alderman. Now admit it. Oh, here comes the silence. I can feel it. Silence. Yep, I can feel it coming. Enough of your silly games, Justice Dono. This prancing peacock could not possibly be the killer.
Objection!
What are you talking about? His alibi has already crumbled to dust. And I just proved that he was in the fox chamber while it was still locked tight.
Silence!
Why could he have not seen the statue in its true form before the murder? After all, he was close friends with the alderman. Ergo. Yes, that's right. I clearly remember it now. Alderman Cuby told me about it. Again, he's very good at leading his witnesses into like the right answer, right? He's very good at it. About what the statue actually looked like. I mean, he was a good friend of mine. Ha!
Objection!
Oh, get him, Athena, get him. Yeah, right. He wouldn't show you a secret gift just like that. Yeah, it's a secret.
Silence!
Stop. Moreover, it has already been proven that he was not present at the scene of the crime. It has? It has? Forgotten, have we? Recall this little scamp's statement, if you will. When Jinxie Tenma unlocked the fox chamber, she saw the alderman and the mayor collapse there, and no one else. Yes, because he was in the chamber. Dang it. The fact is, It was you two who made that apparent yesterday's court. Yes, but we know there's also a chamber that was open and there's a vent in the chamber. The vulnerable could not possibly have been locked in the room. He's so good at this. He's so good at this. No. I just don't get it. How could Jinxie not have seen LaBelle? The proof is incontrovertible. No room for debate exists. Am I not right? Your boldness. It does not seem awfully conclusive. It does seem. It doesn't. No. There's still the chamber. The facts point to the defendant and the victim being the only people in that locked room. Moreover, the defendant's already. This is the tough part. 2 people have confirmed this confession.
Objection! Silence.
What? No, we have to at least say what we get to say. You cannot defend the indefensible. Your role in the charade is over, Justice Dono. But... Your boldness. The trial would last an eternity if we were to keep crossing blades with these simple... Do not call these people anything like that. Man, he just like stopped us right in our tracks there. That's like that's a first. Not a first, it's probably happened before, but like to stop us right then and there before we even got to say anything. It is high time he brought the hammer of justice. This happens a lot actually. I actually heard like because I looked it up like one time after like the last time when like it is like a very common thing if a court case goes on for too long that they will like I guess how do I say it? They will stop they will choose an end date. Now I don't know if it happens in murder cases, but I know that like there was one trial that I saw where like no, this is after weeks of a trial. The judge was like, oh, this has gone on for too long. Come hell or high water, this is ending next like Tuesday. You know what I mean? And I think that is a common thing that just happens. So like it is normal for them to end court trials if they think it's going on for too long or if they're going around in circles. A point well made. I believe it's time to declare it. No, please don't. Please don't. The court finds the defendant David. No, do not! Hold it. Who? Yes, okay, good. Come on, go. Oh, no.
It seems that my time is at hand.
Oh, dude, please. We can help you more if you weren't possessed.
Counsel, it is a matter that which I must testify. I recall it now, only for your good graces.
Counselor? Alright, he must mean me. He's finally remembered what happened before that blow to his head. Please. Bailiff, don't just stand there, seize him. It's no good. I can't restrain him. Oh god. Maybe he actually is like, maybe he is possessed.
Know me in despair, for I am Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai.
You gonna restrain a yokai? Huh? Mr. Justice, do something. Me? Yes, it's when I'm responsible for court security. There's a chance we might get some new information out of him. Your Honor, seeing as our client has something new to say, I believe our due process demands that we hear him out even if he is a yokai. I agree. When you put it that way. Still, I believe testimony by a yokai is unprecedented in the legal world. Unprecedented is an absurdity more like. Alright then, Mr. Damien Tenma. Or should I say Mr. Tenmataro? Your testimony, please.
I shall now speak of recollections most real, courtesy of my host, Damien Tenma. Hear these words, mortal, for hear them, but once you shall.
No, we're gonna go over the testimony over and over again, my friend. The way he actually is like kind of terrifying sometimes. The ruler of the demon kind. Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Oh no, please speak plainly. Suddenly 2 yokai did appear. On one side, I, Tenmataro, ruler of the demon kind. On the other side, my mortal enemy, the 9-tailed fox. Bro! Bro! Please! What is that? So it is defendant asserting that the room we was in was very dark at the time?
Strange as it may be, yes, indeed all was in darkness.
And the part about Tenmataro and the 9-tailed fox being there?
Yes, that too. Tenmataro towered over and the 9-tailed fox glittered gold.
Ah! I call animal abuse, Your Honor. It would seem the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted.
Yes, well, truth be told, my host's recollections are still a bit fuzzy. As if I half dreamt that's happening lingers in his mind.
Apollo, maybe I can help here. Really? Oh, you mean... Yeah, I can hear it. The discord in his heart. Oh, great. Perfect. Perfect. So there is something going on here. I sense an unusual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event. Okay, I just hope our findings don't come back to haunt us. Again. Okay, I believe in Athena. I believe she can do this. Let's go. Widget time. Shoot him with the happiness. So, okay, so there's like 3 statements here that are crazy. So we have to find like we have to reduce to static. Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. So there's sadness here. Oh, sorry, I thought we were switching tabs, but suddenly 2 yokai did appear. So he was shocked by this. Or surprised, I guess you could say. On one side, aide Tembatara, ruler of demonkind. And the other... Wait, so he was happy about this? Maybe he was happy that they were making peace. Maybe they were making peace. Maybe the 2 of them were making peace, and that's why he was happy to see him. When the nine-tailed fox appeared, you not only experienced shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well.
Joy? Perhaps it's a joy of the light coming to my eyes at long last. A long and terrible creaking did pierce the silence. And then there was light. On reflection, it was a door that produced an infernal racket.
A creaking door? Oh, you must be talking about the forbidden chamber door, so someone did open it, yeah. It does make a lot of noise. So this means the forbidden chamber really was opened? But what about the sudden light he described? I think I know. He mentioned darkness and Tembataro towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the fox chamber at the time of the crime? Mr. Mayor, did the darkness that you were in happen to be here? So, like, maybe he was actually in the darkness of the Forbidden Chamber? Maybe he's actually in here?
The Forbidden Chamber? Was it not the fox chamber where the murder did occur?
Yes, but it all makes sense. If you were in the Forbidden Chamber, that terrible creaking sound was probably the Forbidden Chamber's door opening. And the towering Tembataro you saw? Most likely the Forbidden Chamber statue. Okay. How does this help us?
Well, yes, that would explain it.
The darkness and the staff in the demon's grasp. Oh no. Oh no. Well, oh yes, because I think this is good. This is eventually going to help us. But like, I'm not quite sure how. But even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox? Maybe he was seeing... Maybe that's the statue? No. Just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai. Fantastico, Apollo. It's entirely possible. In a groggy dream-like state, people can remember things and events.
Misremember, you say? Let me think. I do believe I remember now. That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was...
The amazing nine-tails. Wait, so he saw the alderman? What? The amazing nine-tails?
At first, this is but a dream, I thought, but now, however, most clearly I do recall it. It was the amazing nine-tails who opened the forbidden chamber door.
So there's still 60% of noise here, though. I'm sorry I asked. The music here is fantastic, though. The amazing nine-tails, but that was the victim, Alderman QB, right? So we're getting here that they were making peace. I think that's what we're getting at here, because like they were like, again, like he said he was like happy to see the nine-tails over him, right? That's what we saw there. There was happiness there. So I'm guessing that if this is what he's saying, that means he is happy that he saw the alderman. So maybe this rivalry was not like as heated as people thought it would be. Why would he open the forbidden chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed? Never mind that, this is completely new information. Let me enter and run an update. Yeah, this is confusing for me too. Okay, so we're gonna do more of this then. Great. Barely conscious was Damien there in the forbidden chamber. Amid the darkness, a mighty statue of Tembataro loomed overhead. Suddenly the door did open, and a staff of light did pierce the gloom. So he was happy here as well. Whoa. Wait. So he's happy here, but he's also sad here. So I know he wasn't sad here. He was sad when the door opened. Why? Why were you sad that the door...
Got it!
Why were you sad? When the amazing Ninetale opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within. You felt joy, but then you also feel shock and sadness?
Yes, in the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that nature. I believe it was the fiend's cape of red. For when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did in explicitly wash over me.
Still 20% though. A cape of red? Apollo, we've reduced the noise level. Oh, but there's still a little left. Yeah, it's like 20% is a chunk. Mayor Tema, why were you sad when you saw the red cape?
Why indeed?
What could this mean? I guess his memory is still a little spotty. I know because his later recollection contradicts the evidence. Yeah, it's one of those contradictions that slaps you right across the face. Something as obvious could arise when someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into a definitive shape. Apollo, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image you see. Oh, so it's basically the same as the usual cross-examination process. Yes, okay, good. Okay, time to review the evidence. Look out what contradiction here. Look out contradiction. Here comes justice. Oh, Apollo, I love the enthusiasm. Okay, barely conscious in there was in the forbidden chamber. Amid the darkness, a mighty so we have to, it's like we're doing a cross-examination. But this time we have to do it in a sense that, it's... So... Amid the darkness... Okay. Suddenly the door did open, and a shaft of light did pierce the gloom. The amazing Ninetales had come to rescue. Wait. It still seems like his memory is really confused. Yeah. It's because, unlike data, memories are living, breathing things. Preconception, illusion, memory, overlap, memory, repossession. Our memories are intimately tied to our psychology and emotions. This is so interesting. So this contradiction is somewhat caused by an emotion? I believe so. There's some deeper meaning here. Let's present some evidence. Maybe it will help jog his memory. So, okay. The one thing I can think of when it comes to the amazing Ninetales is that he didn't wear a cape. Right? He did not have a cape. And that's what I think we should go with. Is the fact that he did not have a cape. So it's what is the fourth statement? We can try, yeah. He didn't have a cape, so who was that with the cape? Wait, who was that with the cape then?
Objection!
Who was that with the cape? You said the amazing Ninetales cape was red. Are you sure about that?
Yes, well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but...
Mayor Tema. Does this cape look red to you?
That certainly does not look red. It's not even scarlet or crimson either.
Nevertheless, wait, does he wear a cape? Oh no, the cape was like his tails, right?
Upon my liberation, something red did fill my yet hazy field of view. Blood. And I thought to myself, the amazing Ninetales is arrayed in the cape of red.
So you mistook that red something for his cape, huh?
Apparently so. And remembering now, it brings a great sadness upon me.
So the red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory. Well, we would have seen the fox shaper behind the amazing Ninetales. What red object could he have seen there? Is there anything in the correg that's red besides the blood on his face? There's this. The red top, the red bowl. He didn't see, hair dye label. No? Let's see. I know. Could it have been... Mr. Mayor, was the red thing you saw this? Could we say this?
Take that!
Foolish mortal, do you mock me?
Oh, because that wasn't right. Okay, well, sorry.
I'm afraid I have no recollection of seeing such an item.
You must cease this practice of leaping before looking. Sorry. Youch, that was you and Demon Double Punch. Apollo. Something that's red that could produce a feeling of sadness. Take a good look at the evidence again. Okay. And like it also had to like look, it couldn't be like something like this because it had to look like a cape, right? It had to be long enough to look like a cape. Now this is a long shot. But if this produced a feeling of sadness as well, could the blood on the ground have looked like a cape from his perspective, like behind the person?
Take that!
Maybe? Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be Mr. Tenma that what you saw was the alderman's blood?
Blood. Why, yes, it was blood.
Ah! So that's what he did see.
It's all coming back to me now. It wasn't a red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the amazing Ninetails Alderman's body. Bloody body.
Yeah, because that's why you thought it was the Ninetails. Yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It could produce the look of a cape. Wait, so someone was dressed as the Ninetails? Someone had the mask on. His noise level is down to 0. This is perfect. I think he's remembered everything now. Does it mean the amazing Ninetails killed Alderman QB? But the Alderman must be the amazing Ninetails. How exactly would that work? Hey, I asked you first. We know the mask wasn't there. Well, Mr. Justice, do you show you know to make a complicated matter even more complicated? True. Look at my man. But at the time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Moreover...
Silence.
Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I don't think you... Don't you think it's this strange? That the scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber. But you said not of seeing the amazing Ninetails there. You just had to bring that up, didn't you? Jinxie didn't see LaBelle there either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room then? Would the defense care to share any theories with the court? Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his daughter's? We could try. We could try. Yes, of course, I can explain it. Because if I don't, we're in serious trouble.
Nothing more your bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice Dono. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this.
What about a good old-fashioned penalty? Well, Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders. First of all, Mr. Bell was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. We also know that Mayor Tenma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial to my explanation, so let's consider the following question. If the facts point to Flora LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did Jinxie Tenma see the victim and her father, Mayor Tenma? A very good question indeed, and I suppose you have an answer for us? Sadly, you would be supposing wrong. You think she could be mistaken for LaBelle for the mayor? Well, she did, and the question is, why did she do that? Well, how about the explanation for Mr. Justice? I believe the time for questions is over. The defense asserts that Florence LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Jinxie Tenma has testified that she saw her father collapse there. If she, in fact, misremembered the events, then what could have made her do so? LaBelle was disguised as Tenma. Jinxie was confused. She got the runes mixed up. No, this is the only one that is like an evidence piece. The figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father. It was Florence LaBelle disguised as Damien Tenma. So wait, he dressed not Tenma Taro. I got confused for a second. Not Tenma Taro. Damien himself.
Silence.
That is insane. That is a complete impossibility. How? Wait. Their faces are utterly unlike. How could you have explained that away with a mere disguise? That's why he was dyeing his hair. They both do have incredibly distinctive faces. Look at my man. Maybe the disguise completely hid his face? I think Jinxie would have mentioned if she was couldn't see her father's face. And if it was the sort of disguise, wouldn't she removed it? Alright. Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono. Shall I show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of? No, dude, like, I'm just confused. Like, I think it worked, though. That's why he dyed his hair. That's why he dyed his hair. It makes sense now. Are you okay, Apollo? This dude's crazy. I'm fine, am I? Well, now that we have a little fairy tale out of the way, your boldness, your verdict, if you will. No. We have to go with this. Let's just believe it's time for a verdict. If you have no further arguments, wait, no, let's explore this a little bit. What is even left for me to do? Let's explore it, please. Paul, remember what Mr. Wright always says. When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down. Fantastic, Athena. Turn the case upside down? He does say that, doesn't he? But I don't quite see how it applies here. Still, never hurts to give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Rather than Jinxie didn't remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it. What are we getting at here? Arrestor's mask is more oaks. Did he have the mask on? And he couldn't. She would never touch the mask. Wait, what? He never unmasked himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle right in front of. Oh my god! It's coming back to the wrestling folklore as well. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. Dear Lord, it's all coming back to this. And what about the fact that it was the amazing Ninetales who opened the door? A mask that can't be removed in front of others. Can these facts turn things around? Oh my god. My heart is pounding. We got it all backwards. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. There's like, as soon as he said that, it's like one of those big moments that like make you like my body is like going into shock almost. I think we might have made a huge mistake. Your boldness, I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little farce. The defense is no proof, they never did it and never will. Then it seems I must know. No, please, Apollo!
Objection!
Yes! Point right at him. I do have proof. Do you now? Alright, but this better be good, Mr. Justice. We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tenma spoke to Mr. LaBelle for her father. Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it in the first place. These riddles are inextricably linked to Mayor Tenma's secret identity. A shocking secret that identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down. This piece of evidence clearly reveals the Mayor's Tenma's secret identity. So, wait, Tenma is Ninetales. We thought it was Alderman. It's Tenma, right?
Take that!
That's the big reveal. What an absolute claptrap, poppycock, baldergash. We thought Alderman was the amazing Ninetales and Mayor Tenma and that Mayor Tamataro. Oh god, I'm just stumbling over my words. That's why we believed that the mayor who killed the Alderman in the lust for Ninetales Vale, and it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Mayor Tenma wasn't Tamataro at all. He was the amazing Ninetales. What's this?
You best explain yourself, Justice Dono, and for where you derive such a far-fetched conclusion.
Jinxie no doubt knew the true identity of the amazing Ninetales, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the amazing Ninetales she saw passed out, even though unbeknownst to her it was really Florent LaBelle in disguise. So she couldn't tell. Oh my god, she couldn't. This is incredible.
Silence.
This is insane. So Florent LaBelle had to know this. He accused on that deceitful dandy our utter dismissal of our physical build and voice. The little scamp would have seen the difference.
Objection!
The music? Remember LaBelle's very own brand of cosmetics? Why couldn't he fake a different build too? And anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence.
You're using like your little leading stuff. We're gonna lead stuff too. Why doesn't she couldn't pull the mask off because that's so disrespectful to professional wrestlers. You can't do this. A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the amazing Ninetales, she would never dare unmask him. It is literally Rey Mysterio had to go before a council of people to get his mask put back on after it was taken off him in WCW. This is a fact, not a story. In real life, you had to go back and get his mask put back on. Like, that's how important this is. That's how important masks are to the culture of luchadors. This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room. By all means, Mr. Justice, answer it for us already. For Mr. Bell to enter the room where the mayor and aldermen were talking. I suspect he brought with him a coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Once the alderman was out cold, that's why the body was in the freaking forbidden chamber. Look at this. That's when LaBelle killed him. Next, he took the mayor, who also had drugged into the forbidden chamber. Then he returned to the fox chamber and slipped in some of the mayor's spare clothes. And completed the disguise by donning the amazing Ninetales mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream. The scream that led Jinxie Tem into the scene. So then, the person who said I killed Alderman QB was... Yep, that was for LaBelle, and he was being honest. The mayor never actually confessed. Silence. This is perfect. It's crazy. It's Ace Attorney. It's so Ace Attorney coded. It's crazy. I love it. This is so crazy. This is no more than guesswork and speculation. No, stop your jabbering. And no, come on, objection. Yes, get him back. Get him back for what he did to us. No, you twisted samurai. This time you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case. Once Miss Temma left the scene, that's when he swapped it around. Mr. Bell, wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the forbidden chamber. So we could drag the mayor back out to the fox chamber. Oh my god, it's all making sense as well. The amazing Ninetales the mayor saw was right. It was LaBelle opening the forbidden chamber. The second time LaBelle opened the door to the forbidden chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch in his Temataro disguise ran as fast as he could away from the room. As he did, he left behind him a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Temma the scare of her life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. Belden proceeded to drag the sleeping mayor back into the fox chamber. I see, well, that all certainly does make sense. I did not expect, this is like one of those times I did not expect this in the least. In the least. Then after dragging the mayor back into the fox chamber, Mr. Bell threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Silence.
For his third theory to work, it requires the defendant be the amazing Ninetales. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. That such individual could possibly be the amazing Ninetales is preposterous.
Objection!
The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Tenma's life would have been in danger if he had openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity, the amazing Ninetales. Oh my... I'm so, like, again, my heart is pounding and I have chills all over. Like, it's one of the, like, I'm like, it is one of the most shocking turn of events in Ace Attorney history. This is madness. No one could possibly hatch such an insane plot. It is insane. No one except a killer as insane as this plot, and I say Flora LaBelle more than qualifies, yes.
Foolish mortal, is your own peril that you forget who I am.
Yeah. Oh yeah, talk right to this demon. Mayor Temma, it's okay now. Jinx will be safe as soon as Mr. LaBelle is arrested. You are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you? He has to reveal his identity. He has to reveal it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Oh no. You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Temma's not the amazing Ninetales.
Objection!
What do you mean? Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet? That's just... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind the Temba Tower right here and now. What?
Why you wouldn't dare reveal the secret.
The secret? My good friend the alderman told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth. What with the superstitions now, would it? The truth behind the Temataro? What's he talking about? So go ahead, say it. Say I'm the amazing Ninetales, I dare you. So he's blackmailing him publicly.
Objection!
He's blackmailing him publicly now. Wait, will somebody please explain what's going on here? Mayor Temma will do anything to keep the truth behind Temataro's secret. A dark, terrible truth he has been kept in secret by the village superstitions. And if the mayor admits to being the amazing Ninetales, you'll expose the truth? Right. I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up. Nonsense? So what now, Justice Dono? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is useless as you are in a battle. Because he's, again, it's a public blackmail. It's a public blackmail. I'll show you who's useless. Apollo, don't you dare give him an out. Yeah, exactly, we can't, but he's doing a public blackmail. I know. Your Honor, I believe Mr. LaBelle's statements warrant a thorough cross-examination. Oh, dear Lord. This is amazing. After all, the true identity of Amazing Ninetales is the cornerstone of this case. He's right. You do have a point there. At the very least, it's going to let the trial keep going. Please answer this court, Mr. LaBelle. Is the defendant the Amazing Ninetales or not? Guys, and in possibly my favorite thing to do ever, we're going to end the video here. A nice little cliffhanger. And this is a shocking turn. I didn't expect this. I didn't. Maybe you guys did, and I didn't. I just did not expect this whatsoever. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Dual Destinies, the Amazing Ninetales' true identity. Things are changing, something I did not expect whatsoever. The Amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tenma right here and now. And that would bring ruin upon the Ninetales Vale, just as the superstitions say. Also, he's ready. He's ready to do this. Talk about out of the pot into the fire. Yeah, here's the thing. He's, again, it's the combo. He's very good at, like, you know, acting very confident in what he's saying. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure. Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damien Tenma is not the Amazing Ninetales, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here. I agree. And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know Alderman QB was the Amazing Ninetales. Anyway, I mean, that's how Ninetales Vale made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere, but I don't even know where to start. Since we don't have any proof that the mayor is the Amazing Ninetales, then we just have to get him to admit it himself, okay? But if he admits it, LaBelle's going to expose the secret behind Tenma. We're so close, I know it! The defense may cross-examine the witness. The Amazing Ninetales' true identity. The Amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mr. Mayor Tenma. Okay, so let's see what we can press here. Let's see what we can come up with here. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. Okay, why? Why would he not? Why would he not? We might be opening ourselves up here, but why would he not? The nonsense here in this court is you and your assertions. Such anger is terrible for the skin, you know. Beauty is like a flower that blooms forth from a serene heart. Excuse me? I wouldn't expect a wilted peasant like you to understand. Perhaps this fragrance will help the blossom within you bloom. No, you may ruin your own skin by spraying yourself with aftershave. I'm not doing it. Enough jabbering about blossoms and whatnot. Get on with your testimony before I slice you into a bouquet of cut flowers. Oh dear, please excuse me. As I was saying, the assertion of our wilted attorney is utter nonsense. You're utter nonsense. But if you did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tenma right here and now. So that's the blackmail aspect of it. So let's press this a little bit. And just how did you learn the so-called truth behind Tenma? Alderman QB told me about it. The secret of the Forbidden Chamber and the truth behind Tenma. Why would he share secrets like that with you, Mr. LaBelle? Because the Alderman's wife. I was looking after her while she was hospitalized. He appreciated so much he shared the secrets with me. Wait, did he threaten the Alderman in addition to the mayor? Don't tell me that's how he learned how to open the Forbidden Chamber. Needless to say, I'm not above revealing the truth behind Temataro. And that would bring ruin upon the Nine-Tails Vale, just as the superstitions stay. Okay, what do you... Okay, press this as well. Do not gaze upon Temataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say? Exactly. Telling others what Temataro looks like would reveal the truth. That's why these superstitions were written down in the first place. And ruin come to the village if you free him? Is that a warning not to expose the truth? Bingo! And that truth is Temataro is a great greed-inspiring fortune. That's what the whole Battle of the Nine-Tails Vale is about. Temataro is a greed fortune? What do you mean by this? Come to think of it. Only that is the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpa told me all about it, said there's an amazing treasure in there. Could Temataro actually be... Wait. Could he be the treasure itself? Because, okay, Mayor Tenma we know... No, we're not going with that. Wait. Telling the villagers that Temataro is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. That's how the treasure's been kept secret all this time. Well. It seems our Ace Attorney here has uncovered the truth and must maybe... What do you mean? What do you mean? Mayor Tenma looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden as much as I do. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Temataro exists. That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Temataro exists, huh? Mr. Bell, please add that statement to your testimony. Okay. Tragedy is doomed to repeat as long as Temataro exists. Wait. Filch got to speak here for a second. Grandpa told me all about it. He said there's an amazing treasure in there. Only that's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. If Temataro is the treasure in there, somehow, and it was already taken because there's already a tell there from his... That means Temataro, as long as Temataro exists, he's not around. Right? That's what they're trying to say here with this line of questioning. He's not around. But what can we do to show this, though? What can we even do to show? Yes, I forgot we even had this because I was like, oh, we don't have the singed version of this. But yes. This was the tell that was left behind. Apparently something that's, a thief leaves at the scene. If Temataro was already stolen, or at least like the spirit of Temataro, the essence of the greed thing that they're trying to get at. What do you call it? The essence of he called it the essence of a greed, like it's a greedy demon or something.
Objection!
Yeah. Oh my god. Let's go. That's so good. What if Temataro no longer existed? Yeah, what if it was already taken? I'm sorry for peeking the mic there, guys. I'm so sorry. I got so excited. Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Temataro no longer existed... What on earth are you all talking about? Apparently you haven't heard. Temataro no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure in there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Sorry, but I have proof that Temataro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure. What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature. It's washing his beans. We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's the Azuki Kozo figure. The great thief Azuki Kozo used to leave them at the scene of the crimes. Oh god. Dude, stop spraying your face. It's not good for your face. Temataro has been stolen. Yep. Phineas Filch's grandfather, Master Thief, was the culprit. And by that hideous moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less. You... Oh no! My beautiful golden Tematara was... The greed inspired that Tematara can no longer bring ruin upon the Ninetales Vale. This is crazy. You know what? And you know what? It's one of those times I'm riding the crazy train. You know, I'm not going to go off the rails with this. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma? Mayor Tenma, there's no... Yeah, you can't be possessed.
The root of the tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Temataro, for he said to me the gold ingot was gone.
The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that is Tematara's true form?
Recall, if you will, the scroll in the Forbidden Chamber. Temataro was a yellowish object shown there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetales Vale.
Yes!
In return, that gold ancestors did receive from the Ninetales Vale. Land that would become Temataro.
Look at that.
But drive the villagers mad with greed did that great fortune. Bitter was their greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became a curse upon their village, a curse of ruin. And thus, it was the yokai Temataro came to be.
So Tematara and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare the people away.
Fairy tale or not, Tematara made quite the mess of things. Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than mortal man's lust for gold.
Greed, man, it tears us all apart. It really does. We know what they say. The love of money is the root of all evil.
My ancestors did bring terrible thing here to the Ninetales Vale. A thing so terrible that Temataro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence, yes? Tenma Town would never seek to take over Ninetales Vale in a merger. Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history.
So we're learning that, like, again, they were way more harmonious than we were led on to believe. Way more harmonious. Mr. Mayor, now that we know Tematara no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? Are the amazing Ninetales, are the amazing Ninetales, you are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you? Yeah, here we go.
No, don't do it.
So don't do it. He knows it's him as well.
Please, no. Begone, you demented demon. Now, where was I? The Golden Lord of Yokai, the amazing Ninetales, is indeed me.
There you go. That's, again, did not expect this at all. Did not expect this reveal in the least. Athena, lovely smile. I did not expect that at all. At all. And that means Jinxie. Yes? The man wearing the mayor's clothes who you saw collapse in the Fox Chamber. Was he wearing the amazing Ninetales mask? Yeah, this is the most important piece of information we're gonna get from Jinxie now. That's what made me think it was Papa. He said he was gonna reveal his secret identity to the Alderman QB that day. So, it really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it? No, it wasn't.
It was Florent's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the Alderman.
Yeesh. Rude Goldberg machines have less elaborate setups than LaBelle's scheme.
You must rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through.
Oh, come on, you gotta stop this too. You gotta stop this too. The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tenma did not kill Alderman QB, but Florent LaBelle did. Oh. How dare you. Someone said in the comments, and I agree with them, it's kind of like how I feel about, like, us finding out it was him before the trial. No! He's an arrogant character who believes he can get away with everything. He has so much confidence. Oh, God. And that's why it works so well. Justice Donut. Oh, no, one last You should at least have a real blade in your hand if you desire. What? What can you do? What? Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground? What can you do? What can you do? What's this guy want now? Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as though it were butter. But you've only blind guesses, a dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake. He has you there, Mr. Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law. But... They're right. Let's see some evidence. See, that's, again, this is why he's a good lawyer, by the way. Like, when he saw that he was about to lose, one of the things that other lawyers don't do, right? Like, because a lot of lawyers would let the breakdown happen. A lot of lawyers just let the breakdown happen because they know they've lost at that point. It's a very rare case that we have a lawyer be like, hey, hold on a second, just find some evidence, you know? And it happens usually in the later trials. That's why it's so crazy. This is like trial 2, you know? Of course, a perfect being like me would leave any incriminating evidence. This was, yeah, again, like people in the comments have been saying, I totally agree. It's perfect that they let it reveal beforehand, because that backs up his like arrogant character for sure. This is the final battle. Just a samurai must live and die by the sword. You will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift-bladed judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any? Do we have some? Oh crud, do I have anything conclusive? Of course I do. I always do. Evidence, oh I have evidence is very funny. You do? Yes, Athena, apparently. Of course. It's just conclusive evidence we need too. I'm going to finally prove Mayor Tenma's innocent. Here comes justice. Oh. Whoa. Wait, what? What is this? Okay, the most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. Okay. The mayor and the victim were only 2 people found in the room. And we all thought the alderman was killed because he was the Amazing Ninetails. This is sick. But as we know, we now know. We know now, of course. We were way off. The Amazing Ninetails is really Mayor Damien Tenma. That's why when his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Ninetails collapse at the scene, she mistook him for her father. Those are the facts that we have revealed, yep. However, Mr. LaBelle asserts that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime, but he didn't say anything about evidence outside the scene. The mask. We found the mask outside. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. Oh, it's gonna feel so good. We found the mask outside. We found that. This is so cool. Look at this UI. Where'd this come out of? Oh, I know, the Amazing Ninetails mask. It was found washed up in the river. This is so cool. The UI is so cool. What sort of... He dyes his hair. He dyes his hair. This is the best. And what does that hair? What about the hair? Who's it belong to? Florence LaBelle. Oh, it belonged to the alderman? Oh. Wait, did I pick the wrong one? No, I picked the wrong... No, wait, no. Wait, I picked the wrong one. Wait, did I click the wrong one by accident? Let me see this. Hold on a second here. Let's go back and get a clip of this. I was taking screenshots of a game there. Wait, did I take... I must have clicked the wrong one by accident. Oh, I'm talking here again. This is the best. And what is that hair? What about the hair? Who's belonged to Florence LaBelle? Oh, it went back up. It went back up. Oh, it belonged to the alderman? Oh. It went back up. Wait, did I pick the wrong one? No, I picked the wrong one. You did. You did. You did. You did. Okay, no, yeah, I see how that happened. I have to hold it down. You know, we know who it is. That's unfortunate we didn't get a perfect one for this, but like, what's... Oh, wait. If you hold down, it goes back up. Oh, okay, so it's not like a... Okay, I thought it was like this, you know, like a psych taxi thing. Let's go with Florence LaBelle. That's my bad. Man, this is the... Look at this. Look at this. That hair is Florence LaBelle's. Yes, man, that's what I call conclusive evidence. This is incredible. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court? What's this, Your Honor? Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will. The mask? How is that conclusive evidence? Well, Your Honor, I say so. It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex Hubie. Yes, but the amazing Ninetales as we know now is Mayor Tenma, so... That is correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florent LaBelle. What are you talking about? I never had a hideous white hair like that.
Silence.
It would appear your coup de grace failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white hair type, because he's busy being one ludicrously garish color or another.
Objection.
I love when we shake our head. No, Prosecutor Blackwell. It's you who has made a fatal error. What? Remember where this mask was found? This music's so good. It washed up by the side of the river. With that in mind, this last piece of evidence to solve all... Because it washed up, it washed the hair dye out. Which was... I cannot believe that the thing that he gave us as like a sample is going to ruin him.
Take that.
And that's what's so perfect. He was so confident that he ruined himself in the end. And no one else can have this because he hasn't sold it yet. This is Mr. Bell's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water. The court will also recall that the amazing Ninetales mask washed up along the side of the village river with white hair inside. This is so good. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. This is one of the toughest trials I've ever done. What's this? Are you saying that the Peering Peacock's hair color is... That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. Bell's hair color is a freaky work of fiction. Oh my god. But thanks to the river flowing through Ninetales Vale, we now have a real-life expose. The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. A DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it! Florent LaBelle, you were the one who killed Alderman Rex Hubie. Oh my god, these angles, oh, look at him. Look at Apollo. Look at Apollo. You are Apollo. Peasant, how dare you?
Ah, you profane my beauty. I'm sure you're doing...
Oh my god, oh dear lord, stop. Even I couldn't keep up. And I talk a mile a minute. I'm sorry guys, I think I've been peeking the mic this whole time, and I apologize. Oh my god. You don't look bad with the natural hairstylings. You know, it's just you. That's who you are. And he has every right to want to put makeup on, but like, Jesus Christ, dude. This is a like a symbol of his like arrogance washing away, right? That's what they're seeing. The kind of like, even though like I feel like, you know, you can wear, you know, anyone can wear what they want, but I think they're trying to symbolize like, hey, like it's all gone now. The facade that he had, that he put up, is gone. Not that it's, you know, not there's anything wrong with like anyone like wanting to wear makeup. I don't think it's ever a facade. It's just like, okay, it looks nice. But you know what I'm saying? I think this is what they're trying to symbolize here. What, the project? This is LaBelle. The sponsors have pulled out. Oh my god, like, and he has no life in him either. You know, it's all gone. Like the shoulder pads are still raising him up, but like that, I feel like that's the only thing that's keeping him up at this stage. LaBelle speaking, I'm fine. You mean I'm no longer Mayor Tenma's aide? Hello, this is LaBelle. What? There's a stratospheric damage claim against me. $100 million. I'm finished, washed up, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Oh yeah, the double spread again. Oh, Blackwell. This is preposterous. I, Simon Blackwell. Defeated? Defeated, man. Absolutely defeated. We got you, bro. Order, order, and order the court. We got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. Well, this is quite the unexpected outcome. I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. You really turned this case on its head, just like that other lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Oh my god. Thank you. Wait, that was a compliment? It's a compliment to me. Phoenix Wright could take the worst cases in history and turn them on their head. Prosecutor Blackwell, what have you done with Florent LaBelle? The defaced man has withered like a flower without water. There you go. Okay, that's a better way of putting it than I put it, you know? It is like this kind of like, you know, a defaced person who's like, you know, now has to face the public and he's withering away. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler. Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off? And also the symbolism of a flower that gave courage, now the flower that like fades away, you know? Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold Ignat known as Temmataro. However, few are allowed into the manor due to its cultural ties to Ninetails Vale. LaBelle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold within via the merger. But the efforts of the amazing Ninetails saw those plans come to a halt. And thus LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma. I see, but what I still can't comprehend is why would he go after the gold in the first place? Mr. LaBelle doesn't look like someone who is in need of financial aid. LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love that he didn't sell! Which is why he sought the gold with such ferocity. Too bad for him, someone else had gotten to it first anyway. I see, very well then. I believe it's time to declare a verdict. This court finds the defendant Damien Tenma not guilty. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. What a trial. That's trial 2. You can stop now. Look at Thina. That was trial 2. Court is adjourned. That was trial 2. I feel like I've done a marathon this week. Whew. April 19th, 1:23 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Look at there, man. There you go. That was some seriously good lawyering, Apollo. Thank you so much, Phoenix. That means a lot. Thank you. Even I didn't see that coming. Phoenix, I was... I don't even know, Phoenix. Just got lucky, I guess. You banished Temmataro from Ninetails Vale, like you were some kind of exorcist. There's still one thing I don't understand. How come LaBelle didn't kill Mayor Tenma too? He could have set up so the mayor murdered the alderman, then died from the counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that too. But I have a hunch LaBelle was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the amazing Ninetails' true identity himself. Look at Serious Phoenix. But why? Because the mayor was the amazing Ninetails. Had LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the alderman's murder? The wrestler's popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed. Ah. Oh, I get it. If the amazing Ninetails was just killed, he'd die as a hero. But if he was proved a villain, his fans would abandon him, making the merger that much easier, or to become a heel. You know, you become a heel and people like you even more. Then the merger was complete and everything was cooled down. He'd be able to search for the Forbidden Chamber at his leisure. What an insanely intricate plot. A most excellent job clearing my name. Oh my god, it was a pleasure. It was such a crazy trial. A feat worthy of a demon lord's approval. You can stop it now. Why are you acting like Temmataro again? Let this be of no concern to you. Some people need hobbies, Apollo, you know? How could it not concern me? Temmataro, be gone! Gah! Jinxie, seems like ages since I've laid eyes on you. Papa, you're finally back. Yes, it would seem Temmataro is no match for you. Oh, that's a sweet thing to say as well. I'm not scared of this yoke anymore. Yes, Jinxie! Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great? Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore. Oh my god, Jinxie did so. Jinxie! Wait, is Jinxie actually smiling? It's a lovely smile. You don't have to smile. Sometimes it's okay not to smile, but you have a lovely smile. It's all thanks to you too. Too bad the amazing Ninetails will have to retire though. Oh, how come? Once everyone hears I'm the amazing Ninetails, my fanbase will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people, another reason for my secret identity. I don't see how it could possibly continue. I think you misjudged yourself. Take a look outside. Say, now that you mention it, what's all the noise out there? Oh, is it the fans? A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse. What's the news broke? Seems they want to get a glimpse of the mayor, Damon Tenma, the man behind the mask. And to root for your return into the wrestling ring. Rooting for me? But I thought it was nothing but more than a malefactor in their eyes. The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show you how cool you really are. Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa. How could you say no? Adorable. Jinxie. Here, I think you'll be needing this. Oh, the mask? Yeah. There you go, my friend. Oh, to hand like, that's a dream of mine. Hand a luchador his mask? Now, if you'd excuse me. I don't want to keep my fans waiting. Yeah, you go get him. That's a dream of mine. Hand a luchador back his mask. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so good. This is such a great outcome for like such a crazy trial. Oh my god. Nigel's Tails. Tails. Oh, this is so good. Again, just like what we were able to do for this family means the world to me. It means the world to me. Oh, sure, we can settle the problems between Tama and Ninetales Vale. They probably will at this stage. Me too. I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailers / killers behind bars and the murder is no longer an issue. Plus, the Amazing Ninetales is obviously still a hit. And I suspect Ninetales Vale will be too. And it's all because we believed in our client. Just like you said. Okay, people. Now that you've got one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving. Oh, that sounds really good. Sounds good. I've been so nervous that I haven't eaten since yesterday. Better keep eating, Apollo. Or you might have to start looking up at me. True. We are short. I definitely passed my growth phase, and you should be about past yours. Yeah, I think it's what, 16? Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. That's definitely a metaphor for how she's just getting started in the lawyering business. Ready or not? It's face stuffing time. Eat as much as you want, girl. Keep it like that, and the only direction it'll grow is sideways. No, you eat as much as you want, Athena. Very funny. I got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without gaining an ounce. Freaking awesome. Really? Well, I can't wait to see this. Calories? Ha, let's just try and stick them on me. Honestly, calories are good for you guys. If you're at home, you gotta have your calories. You gotta have your carbs and your proteins. You gotta have what to eat. You know, and you know what? Sometimes that jelly donut, it's nice. You know, I had one the other day. A little treat for myself. It was really nice. You know, a little jelly donut. It was lovely. Had it with a cup of tea. Bit of brown sugar in the tea. It was lovely. All right, already, you two. Let's get going for the old man close the shop. Get a Kit Kat for yourself right now. If you're watching this right now and you have the ability to get some food, get some food. Get a cup of tea. Get some chocolate. Eldoon's Noodles is an all-night stand, you know. Oh my god. I'm with Mr. Wright. Let's go. I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. What are we waiting for? The noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you two. Yay, thanks, boss. I won't let you down. Yeah, Athena has no idea what she's getting into. It's crazy. Mr. Eldoon's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bowls would kill a man. And 3 bowls would kill a horse. That was our first case together. And it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. Oh, don't say that. What's the cliffhanger? The dark age of the law seems so distant. So relevant to our small, cozy office. But little, of course, did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. What? The first time it made itself known was during the murder at Themis Legal Academy. That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come. Dear Lord. They always do these cliffhangers, like they give you this happy moment and then there's an amazing cliffhanger. Look at this illustration, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy with what we did there. That's made me so freaking happy. You kidding me? So freaking happy with that. We're gonna go back to the main menu. Guys, that was a fantastic trial. Oh, this is the special episodes? So this is the DLC episode, right? Turnabout reclaimed. Okay, I'm trying not to look at the picture because I don't want any spoilers for characters and stuff like that. I'm actually like literally just looking at the text. So, okay, that's what we're going to do next time then. And we'll actually just back out of this now so I don't have to look at any of the pictures. So the special episode is a DLC episode. And that's what we're going to be doing next time. You guys have informed me that's what you have to do. You can take a look at my PlayStation 5 here, see what's on it. Genshin's all the way down there, not because I play all these games, because I play Genshin on a different account. You know, I have two accounts, and I play Genshin on the other account. Yeah, guys, that was incredible, and I really felt good fighting for someone who always feels good fighting for someone who's good. But with that, guys, I can definitely say thank you so much to Never Gonna Pay the Baby Gangster on Patreon, Tyfar2, JB Bull, John the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Eskun, Ewald, Radish, Anusa, Ciabatta Bread, Malcolm Conde, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And guys, like a mind-blowing trial. I think if I got to have a conclusion on this trial, more than anything, the conclusion to this trial for me is that I feel that this was one of the hardest trials we've done. But it introduced a lot of great characters. I think it really helped Athena shine quite a bit. I think Athena shone through like in this. Yeah, I really did like it. I think we got to play as Apollo again. I really am. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.